a special episode. It's not really that special, but I figured we'd do something different. I'm gonna be reading funny stories from Reddit. Just, funny things that people have experienced themselves. I figure we could just laugh, have fun, smoke up a little doobie here and there. And also, don't forget, get your snacks, get your drinks, get everything you might need to be comfortable, get your blankie, light up a candle. And just spend time with me. If you hear weird gut noises or throat noises, that's my specialty. Oh my gosh. Today's candle is Fall Day with a hint of mini leaf and forest floor. I really hope that the camera's in view. Let's read some funny stories, shall we? What's the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life? I fell in a sewer in a bridesmaid's dress when I was 9. The lid was off the manhole and I was wearing a hoop skirt, so couldn't see my feet. The dress saved my life, but my mother was big mad about the dress and missing the reception. Sorry. She hella didn't care about her daughter. This one says, once worked at a jewelry store and the owner was a real jerk. This guy with Down syndrome comes in, walks anywhere, picks up anything, and the owner tries diffusing the situation, but ends up in a headlock. I'm dying laughing while jerk asks for help, demands I stop laughing and do something. I walk over with open arms and say, yo, that's the best shit I ever seen in my life. Dude, let jerk go, gives me a big hug, and then leaves. That was 25 days ago. This one says, dyslexic stripper. My husband and I were watching reruns of the Antiques Roadshow. The theme music is kind of jazzy. The music was playing and my husband starts dancing suggestively while also zipping up his sweater. Me, love your skills, but strippers usually take clothes off when dancing. Let's see. My insane doctor's appointment, and we have liftoff. If you've ever been so embarrassed you literally could die, you gotta hear this. So here I am, straight out of high school. It was a couple years since my last physical and I was due. So I scheduled a doctor's appointment for a regular physical. You have no idea how this is going to end. I get to my appointment and I'm ready for whatever. Open my mouth and say, ah. Take big deep breaths in and out. And yes, drop my pants, turn and cough. Then he says, we should take a urine sample. And I'm like, easy peasy. So I get a cup from the nurse, head to the bathroom and splash all over to get a sample. You think it's easy, but it's not like a faucet. Once you start, you can't stop. I cleaned up, walked out, and gave the cup of my pee to the nurse and head home, full of pride, thinking I surely passed with flying colors. Nope. The nurse calls later that afternoon, and I'm thinking, I only slept with a couple girls. What could it be? She begins to tell me that my test came back abnormal and that I should see a specialist. What specialist? I ask. She says She says we found an abnormal amount of white blood cells in your urine, and we'd like you to see a urologist. Great, here we go. I schedule a urologist appointment a week later, and I'm thinking the worst. Could it be an STD? Or worse yet, some type of disease? Maybe I have a defective ding-dong. I have no clue. I nervously walk in, sit down, and wait my turn, gripping the chair with both hands like I'm about to take off on a rocket ship. There are other guys in the waiting room, all waiting their turns, but it's obvious that I'm the youngest of this space shuttle crew. Finally, my name gets called and I sit down in the exam room. About 20 minutes later, the doctor comes in and explains what the nurse told me over the phone. Here I am thinking, it'll just be another urine sample, right? He then says, I'd like to start with the bladder scope. Great, they're going to cut me open and look at my bladder. This obviously won't happen today, and this will need to be scheduled out. Nope. He says, no, we won't need to cut you open. We'll take a thin tube with a light and camera at the end and insert it into your urethra. I am visibly shaken at this point. What's my urethra? Is that a medical term for belly button? I ask. No, it's where you urinate from, he says. I immediately turn white and start sweating. I begin to tell him, I don't think this is necessary. I've only slept with 2 girls and there must be some type of mistake. Can we reschedule this for another time? No, we have it scheduled for today, and trust me, it won't hurt or take long, he says. I get taken back into another room where they lay me down to prepare me for the procedure. I'm literally shaking at this point, thinking I just want to go home and crawl under the covers. Then about 4 other nurses walk into the room. Apparently they are students who are observing the procedure for educational purposes. What the F am I thinking? This older female nurse, probably in her 60s, then comes up to me and says, I need to prepare the area for the procedure. She then proceeds to clean my junk with this orange reddish liquid called iodoprovidone. I hope I said it right. Oh no. It's been some time since my last encounter with my ex, but this is not good. She's cleaning the area like it's her last supper, and here I am getting a rock-hard bonsai tree. I grasp the table, and before I can start to think of my grandmother, the inevitable happens. I had no control. It was so fast. I had no time to think. It comes out. The nurse takes a step back and immediately places a towel over and says, It's not my first time. The procedure was quick, and I got dressed and walked out of the office with my tail between my legs. I get home and shower like I'd just been violated. Thankfully, everything was just fine except for my pride. I haven't had a physical since. Gosh. I want a story to literally make me pee laughing. Let's take a drink break. A drinkity drink break. I love making videos for you guys. I love reading stories. They're so much fun. This one is called The Phantom Shitter That My Coworker and I Had to Clean Up After. So, I work at a restaurant, and the other night we had this sweet elderly couple come in for dinner. They finished their meal, and the gentleman excused himself to go to the restroom. No big deal, right? Well, was in there for like an hour until his wife finally went in to retrieve him. Fast forward a few hours. Now we're closing up, and it's my turn to clean the bathroom. Excuse me. I walk in, and oh my gosh, the horror. The toilet was clogged to the brim with poop. The trash can was overflowing with paper towels smeared with, you guessed it, poop. And there was poop on the floor. And the smell. Oh, the smell. I'm telling you, I couldn't even. So my coworker Dan, bless his soul, took one for the team. He unclogged the toilet, wiped up the poop on the floor, and I had to tackle the trash can. I pulled out the bag, and lo and behold, there was a rogue turd hiding underneath the trash bag in the trash can. I don't even know how that happened. Even after Dan wiped down the halls with bleach, the bathroom reeked for days. It's only just starting to smell normal, and it was so bad you could smell it in the dining room. One of the cooks has dubbed this guy the Phantom Shitter. So yeah, that was our night. Hope someone finds this as hilarious as we did. I think I'm gonna read probably like 2 more, maybe 3. We'll see how this goes. Are you guys enjoying the video? Are you guys enjoying my voice? I do have some galaxy glue. Alright. Perfecto. I have rejuvenated. Can't stop thinking about that dancer. Damn. Can't say I'm a seasoned vet of the clubs. Only been to one I liked. But of my friends who are of the nerdy / relationship variety, I might as well be Hugh Hefner. I started going to one just to kill time to avoid traffic one day and get a few brews. Definitely struck out like a sore thumb. Graphic tee, sneakers, sitting alone towards the back on a Thursday afternoon. I was practically screaming, never done this before. Saw the whole lineup of dancers, gave a few bucks to everyone since I was one of 4 people in there. And like a classic movie cliche, as I'm about to leave, she steps out. For context, my type is thin, petite, smaller breasts with a cute face. Nothing crazy. And nothing against the Carmen Electra / Pam Andersons of the club world, but they aren't for me. She probably saw the fuck me eyes pop out of my head like Saturday morning cartoons. She came over in her ridiculously high stilettos and tilted her head in pity, saying, "Can I come sit with you?" Holy shit. Play it cool. Yeah, sure. Nailed it. She finishes her dance and comes over. I'm racking my mind for anything I can say besides marry me. She says, "I'm Lily." Pat, fake names, sorry. We go through the usual questions. How's it going? How long you working till? How long you been here? What's your ring size? You know, the basics. Maybe not that last one. We start talking about interests and our jobs. We actually like the same things. Mutual love for animals. Could not have scripted this if I tried. The conversation flowed like with no one else before. She talked about things she disliked about the job. About how she had to work the champagne room with another dancer for trashed construction workers. Nothing out of the ordinary until the other dancer starts blowing the group. Just terrible. I had to fight the urge to ask how much it cost. Finally, I get the courage to ask her for a dance after an hour. Looking back on it, she was a trooper for sitting with me that long. Granted, there were 4 people in the whole club. We go inside a side room, and I'm more nervous than I've ever been. I was less nervous to lose my virginity. I sit, she strips, straddles me and runs her hand through my hair. You're cute. No, I'm in heaven. She grinds and touches me, tits and ass in my face, and a very noticeable erection in my pants. I was self-conscious about it for a second, but figured in her line of work it's common and somewhat of a compliment. She whispered in my ear, "Do you want to go to the champagne room?" Fortunately for this story, my rational mind finally chimed in. As much as I'd love to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on you, I can't today. Then in a snap, after just one song, she says, "Okay, let's take a break." What? Huh, that's a thing. What about the 2-song rule? Did I do something wrong? Was it the boner? I swear it's a compliment. I hesitantly say, "Alright," and we leave the room. I tip her anyway to try to get back on her good side, but no dice. And just like that, it was over. First heartbreak at the club. Crushed. She bid me adieu and went on her way. She took me for about $80 in the span of an hour plus. I close my tab and go home, learning my lesson of the club. Don't fall in love. Never fall in love with the stripper, guys. Take it from that guy on Reddit. I've never been to a strip club, only once, to ask for directions, and a lovely, kind stripper told me the way to go. So shout out to her. Let's do one more story. Okay. This one's borrowed nuts. A couple of years ago, I was doing some deadlifts at my previous gym. Assumed the position to begin on my 3rd set, and as I begin to lift, I feel both my testicles move into me. Weird feeling. I don't know how to accurately describe it, but no pain. Was able to go to the restroom and tried looking for them. You know, grabbing the sack and looking around. Couldn't find them, so I texted the group chat and explained that my balls are missing. Homie texts back, "Oh my bad, I was borrowing them." Made me chuckle, and as I did, one of my testicles slid back down. That weird feeling of them descending. So I realized that I just need to relax. A few breathing squares later, and the second one came down. I was reminded of this event when a buddy who does drag explained how tucking works. I can't get over what it feels like for them to go up. Well, I don't know if you found any of those funny, or you're just looking to have this as background noise, but if you chuckled or got a little laugh, I did too, so go us. Thank you for watching the 3rd episode of Ferny Reads. This will be on a new playlist on my YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe,